Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be telling you some of my favorite BOXYCHARM products from the last year. So it is the beginning of November, which is absolutely crazy. I have had BOXYCHARM for a year and a month at this point. This next November box will be like a year and 2 months. I got it in September of 2017, was like my first box of getting BOXYCHARM, and I did a video about a month ago now where I went over some of the most like disappointing products I had gotten from BOXYCHARM, and I was trying, or that might have even been longer than that. It was like maybe 2 months ago. It was like a month and a half ago maybe. But I was trying to get some more BOXYCHARM videos out that month, like at the end of September, and it just didn't end up happening, so I'm sorry, but I'm coming to you now with some favorites. Over the course of a year plus, I've gotten so many products from BOXYCHARM, and getting so many products, you're definitely going to come across things that you love, things that are just kind of like alright, and then things that you totally just don't really like. And so the ones I don't like, I already made a video on. There's definitely products that I fall kind of somewhere in line, like in the middle. There's some things that I think have been like great products, but they just haven't been like a good color for me, and I just don't reach for them that often. And so that's like a whole nother topic that I'm not gonna even delve into because we would be here literally forever. But today I'm gonna be sharing with you some of my absolute favorites from BOXYCHARM, things that I have reached for over and over again, and possibly some things that I might repurchase. I'll kind of just go through, these are in no like particular order of favorite, but I am gonna go through an order of like how I apply them to me, not necessarily my face, but to me, I guess. So the first thing I want to share with you is not makeup or like skincare, it's actually hair care. So this is the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair, and it's a deep conditioning mask. This is from probably about a year ago now. I got it in one of my first BOXYCHARMs, and it's completely done. I've been kind of holding on to it and just using it for like special times when I really needed some good hydration in my hair, and I love this. I have recommended it to so many people. I think my sister bought like a full-size one because I was like, this stuff is incredible. If your hair is dry, you're gonna love it. And so I probably will end up rebuying this. I believe you can only buy Briogeo products through Briogeo, or is it Briogeo? I don't know. Anyways, or they sell it at Sephora as well. And so the normal size of this is like a big bin or like a big container of it, and so I'm thinking about repurchasing it. But I really liked this. It was really nice in the hair. It definitely adds like a ton of moisture, but without weighing your hair down and without leaving it feeling like gross and like just like something is like, you know, sometimes you use products and they just leave like a residue in your hair and it just doesn't feel nice. That does not. That just feels like your hair, just silky. Going into a few skincare items, this first one is from my September Luxe box, and it's from Juice Beauty. It's the Stem Cellular Anti-Wrinkle Moisturizer. I have talked about this in probably like 3 videos at this point. I absolutely love this moisturizer. It kind of has like a strange way to disperse it. You like push this top down, but it is absolutely incredible. I have used this like non-stop for about the last like month-ish or so. No, almost 2 months at this point. It adds like a nice moisturization to your skin, but I feel like over time I've noticed a huge difference in like the tone of my skin, and it's totally like brightening. It helps. It's supposed to be for like fine lines. I don't really have like a lot of fine lines at this point, but I just noticed that it brings like some brightness and life to my skin, and I love it. The next one is actually from this past BOXYCHARM. So in October, it's from Pharmacy, and it's the Green Clean. It's a Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. This is the first cleansing balm I've used, and it's kind of like this light green consistency, but it is fantastic. You put this on dry skin, so I make sure I wash my hands and then I dry them off, and then I take just like maybe like a little bit more than like a pea-size amount onto my fingers, kind of rub it in my hands, and then just start going over my face with it. It removes makeup, it removes your eye makeup, it removes mascara, it removes lipstick, everything. And then after you have it all rubbed in, I just take a damp washcloth and just kind of like rub it off of my face. And it leaves your skin feeling incredibly soft, totally cleansed, all of your makeup is gone, but not like over dried as well. It's so good. I'm definitely gonna repurchase this once it is gone. This isn't like a full size. This was like an exclusive size for BOXYCHARM, but I love it. Next is from Cover FX, and it's the Blurring Primer. I've had this for quite a while at this point now. I think this has been probably at least 6 months. I wanna say this was like early this spring that we got this, maybe even like winter. So it's been a while, and I love this. I have it on today. It just provides a really nice foundation for your foundation, like a nice base to your skin. It's a little bit of like a nude color. I don't know if you can see that too well, but it's kind of like a tan color. So it almost provides like a little bit of, not necessarily like coverage to your skin, but it just evens out your skin tone a little bit. But it also just like blurs fine lines, blurs pores, and it just provides a really nice base for your makeup. I definitely wouldn't say it's like oil controlling. I feel like some primers like this, where they're like a blurring primer, are also oil controlling or like help keep you matte throughout the day, and that definitely is not what this product does. But it is fantastic. It blurs your pores. It's just so good. I love it. I have 3 brushes. These are from Luxy. This was a set we got back in like July maybe, but there's 3 brushes. This is the Duo Fiber Powder Brush. This one is a duo fiber. I really enjoy it for blush. If I want like a light contour, I'll go in with this as well. And then this one is the Precision Foundation Brush. This is beautiful for foundation. If you don't want like a completely like full coverage foundation look, you can just go in with this and just like swirl the foundation into your skin, and it looks awesome. It does say airbrush, or no, it says precision, sorry. Precision foundation. It is totally precision. You can like work it right in your eyes. If I'm using this for foundation, I'll also use it for concealer, and it's like a multitasking brush, and it works fabulously. And then the last one of the trio is this tapered highlighter brush. I use this for more than just highlight. I use this to set my under eyes. I'll use this on a day where I don't really want like a ton of powder, and I'll just kind of like set all over my face with it. It does work fantastic for a highlighter as well. It works for blush. It works for like contour as well. It's just, all 3 of these brushes are fantastic. I had never had Luxy brushes before this, and these are incredible. The quality is great. I have washed these at least 10 times at this point, and they've stood up better than any brushes I've gotten from BOXYCHARM. I have 2 blushes. The first one is from Note, and this is the Luminous Silk Compact Blusher, and it's in the shade Desert Rose. This is such a beautiful blush. It is, I would say it's matte, but it leans almost like it feels like there's a sheen to it. Like you put it on your skin, and I wouldn't say it's like super matte and flat, but it just adds like this nice color to your cheeks. That's definitely like a super pigmented blush, by the way. If I use it, I like to go in with this blush, this Duo Fiber brush, because I can kind of like be a little bit more precise with it and not get like a ton of pigmentation. But this blush is so beautiful. It lasts on the skin beautifully throughout the day, and I love the tone of this blush. It's like a nice warm orangey color, but without being like bright orange. And so I love it for fall. It's so pretty to just like dust on the cheeks, and then it's just so pretty. Second one is kind of opposite of that. It's from Laura Geller, and it's one of their Baked Blush and Brighten blushes, and it's in the shade Tropic Hues. This is beautiful as well, but in a different way. So this is an extremely luminous blush. It is fantastic. I love this as like, again, a multitasking product. It's like super luminous, but also packs a little bit of color. It's here in the middle, and it just looks flawless on the skin. A lot of times with like super shimmery blushes, I'm afraid that my texture is gonna come out on my skin. I definitely have like lots of scarring in like the bottom side of my cheek. And so even blush where you're kind of putting it like on the top part of your cheeks, there's still some texture and there's just stuff that I don't want to like bring attention to. And that does not in any way bring out like weird texture in your skin. It just lays on the skin so beautifully, has a beautiful color. It's a nice like pinky rose color, but it's just super flattering for my skin tone, and it's beautiful. Again, it lasts all day on the skin, and it just has this beautiful highlight to it that a lot of times when I wear it, I won't even add a highlight, and it's fantastic. It's so pretty. Oh, by the way, this Note blush I believe was from August, so at this point I've had it for a few months. The Laura Geller blush was from the Boxy Luxe box in September. This was also in that Luxe box. This is from Smashbox. It's the Photo Finish Serene Greens Primer Water. I feel like I had heard so much about the Smashbox Primer Water, but I just did not believe the hype because I was like, there's no way a water is gonna do incredible things for your skin. Or like, it's no way it's gonna make your makeup look different. I'm eating my words because this makes your skin look awesome. You can use this as a primer and it makes your makeup last a little bit longer, but it just adds a nice base to your makeup. I have used it as a primer. I don't prefer it as a primer because like this Cover FX one, I want something that's gonna blur my pores a little bit more, and that doesn't so much do that. But I love setting my makeup with that Smashbox Primer Water. It looks fantastic. Doesn't matter if you're like powdery, you can spray it and it just looks like your makeup kind of like melded into your skin and just looks like skin, and I love it. I wouldn't say it makes your makeup last longer, but I would say that it makes it look better. This is one that I was so surprised by. This is from Cover FX again. This is the Illuminating Setting Spray. I want to say we got this in a box at the beginning of winter maybe. There we go. And I was kind of terrified of this. I have oily skin, and so a lot of times I do not go for illuminating products. I don't want something that's gonna like bring shine to my face because like I literally did my makeup like an hour ago and I already have like a shiny face. And so I don't want something that's gonna make my face like more shiny. And so I was a non-believer in this. I did not think this was gonna be good, but this is beautiful. Like, let me just spray this. The mist on this thing is fantastic. It's like, I'm like, oh, I just ate it. The mist on this is fantastic. It's unlike any other setting spray that I have used. It's the finest mist I have seen in a setting spray product. And while it is illuminating, it's not like shiny. I don't know, it's so strange. It just brings, kind of like this one, it just brings like this like healthy glow to your skin. And this one I do feel like makes your makeup last a little bit longer. But also like it just, you can have like a powdery face and spray this on and it just looks like your skin all of a sudden. And so I'm a huge fan of both of those setting sprays. Love them. I have an eyebrow pencil. This is from IT Cosmetics. This is the Brow Powder. Brow Power, sorry. This is in the shade, it's like the universal taupe color. And so on one side you have this brow product that's not like a super precise pencil, which is kind of my favorite to use at this point. But it's a nice color. It definitely, you can like work with it. So I have pretty blonde brows, and so I was nervous that this was gonna be super dark. So you can go in with it dark. You can like really go in there and get it working so you can get like some dark color, or you can be like light-handed with it and it just adds like a little bit of color. And so I'm a huge fan of this. I had actually put this away in my vanity a little while back because I was trying to go through some other stuff, but I think I'm gonna pull this out again. And the spoolie on this other end is pretty nice. I wish it was maybe a little bit thinner, like not as fluffy. Sometimes I want like a small spoolie so I can like actually like get into my brows. Sometimes I feel like a fluffy one just kind of like moves the product too far, but it's all right. But the pencil, really enjoy. And then to finish it off, I have two eyeshadow palettes. BOXYCHARM, I have gotten so many eyeshadow palettes from BOXYCHARM. Most of them, I would say, are like, all right. Like, there's like, every time I get an eyeshadow palette, I'm always like, yeah, it's all right. Like, I don't use it all the time. But there's only been one that I did not like incredibly, and that was in my other video. But I have two that have kind of like weathered the test of time, and I have used over and over, and I keep reaching for them. The first one is from my first ever BOXYCHARM, so it's kind of like nostalgia feeling, but it's from Pure Cosmetics, and it's the Soiree Diaries palette, and the colors in this are just so beautiful. I love that it's like a mix of, there's definitely like lots of warm tones happening, but there's also kind of like some cool tones happening on this side. And it just, you can get so many good looks with this. These 8 are matte, these 4 are shimmery, but they're not just shimmery, they're like metallic, and they are so beautiful. I'll swatch a few that are like my favorite. So I'll go with Stunner here. It's like this nice burnt orange color. This shade up here called Gala is another favorite. And then I'll go with this Dazzle color down here. Oh, yes. So that was a really weird place to swatch, sorry. There's the 3 colors there. But the quality in this palette is so beautiful. It's incredibly neutral, so it's not like anything that's gonna be too crazy. And I think this is literally what drew me into BOXYCHARM. Like, I got this in my first box and I was like, yep, love it, love BOXYCHARM. Eyeshadow palettes I've gotten since then have not lived up quite to this palette, especially another Pure Cosmetics palette. But this one, phenomenal, love it. I will use this forever. This is another product that I kind of put away for a little while because I was using it like so much and I wanted to get some use from other palettes, but I'm pulling this one out again. And then the other palette, this one is kind of different. This is from Winky Lux and it's the Kitten palette. This is so incredibly cute. I love the design on the palette here. And then inside there is no mirror, which the other one had a big mirror, but you have 9 shades here. And I believe this was from, I want to say last fall sometime too, maybe like November or December, somewhere right in there, because I feel like I used this around Christmas time. But these are all stunning. The only one I do not use, shocker here, blue. This pink is gorgeous, this shimmery red. I love this color. This is my favorite color in the palette. Let me get a non-swatched finger. It's like this iridescent pinky blue color. I'm not sure if the camera's gonna pick up on that well, but it is so beautiful. I've done a look with this palette recently in a Get Ready With Me where I was like getting re-ready for the day, and this color is like the star of that look. This is a nice shimmery, like light pink color. You've got your matte cream color, which is like a need for me. You have a nice transition color. This gold is another one that's just absolutely beautiful. So stunning. Like, what? That gold it's unreal. And then this brown color is just, it all works so well together. This was a product that I kind of changed my mind on. When I first got this palette, I was kind of like, oh, it's all right. I feel like I can't get very many good looks out with it, but it's okay. But in the last like 4 months probably, I have fallen in love with this palette. It's a phenomenal palette. The shades are so pigmented. I love it. But those were all the products that I have absolutely been loving over the last year plus from BOXYCHARM. I love my BOXYCHARM subscription. I said this in my last video about BOXYCHARM with the failed products. I love BOXYCHARM. You get such an array of products that, like, a ton of them, I mean, these ones I love, but then there's also some other products that, like I said earlier, they're like really great products. They just weren't like a great color for me, or even like there's things that I really enjoy, but I just don't find myself reaching for them as much as these products. And then again, there's the products that I don't like very much, But overall, for $21 a month, you cannot beat the value that you get from BOXYCHARM. And this is in no way sponsored. Like, I pay for my own BOXYCHARM and everything, but I just am such a huge fan of BOXYCHARM. Their subscription is phenomenal. I am getting the BOXYLUXE subscription again in December, and then after that, we'll see how it goes, but I am excited for December, and I'm excited to get my November box too. Hopefully I'll get that video up here in a few days-ish, maybe like a few weeks. I'm actually going out of town in like 2 weeks. I'm going home to California for my sister's baby shower, and so I'm hoping to get that one up before I go, or filmed at least, but cool. So that was the video today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any favorites from BOXYCHARM, leave them down below. I would love to hear about them. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. If you wouldn't mind giving this video a thumbs up, that would be super awesome. Super awesome. And if you haven't already and you'd like to, subscribe down below. I would love to have you around. And until next time, bye guys.